Hello, 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 beautiful people. So, are you interested in knowing why you keep seeing certain angel numbers such as 333, 777, 111, or any other synchronicities that keep kind of popping up in your life? Keep watching. Hey, it's your girl Twan. What up, what up, what up? What up? It's your girl Twan the Mystik from housemystik.com. Hello and welcome to my channel. Okay, if you're new here, I am Twan the Mystik, an artist, tarot reader, astrologer, and rapper. Okay? So yes, let's get into today's reading. All right. So today's reading is all about what or why you keep seeing certain angel numbers like the ones that are listed on these cards 111, 777, 333, or if you keep seeing another type of repeating number or a certain animal, certain synchronicity that keeps popping up into your reality. This reading is going to tell you why. Okay, why does this keep happening? What is it trying to tell you? So as you can see here, we have three piles. All right, so choose the pile or the number that you feel the most drawn to. Okay, so for pile one, we have 333. Ooh, 333. For pile number two, we have 777. Okay, and then pile number three, we have 111. Okay, so pick the pile or the number that you feel drawn to, and then go to the timestamps in my description, and I will see you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you that chose pile number one with the card that says 333. So maybe some of you guys have been seeing, let me put it up here. Maybe some of you guys have been seeing the number 333. Maybe you've been seeing things in threes, things happening in threes, or, a number with three in it, or maybe that's your life path number, something like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into your message all about why you keep seeing this number, or even just why you keep seeing certain angel numbers that kind of keep popping up into your reality. Let's see why, okay? So I want to actually do these two cards at the bottom first. Okay, so the first two cards we have Ascension, okay? Ooh. Ascension, there we go. And then we have It's All Good. Wow. Yeah, this is totally going along with the message of 333. And I feel like whenever I use this deck, I never get this card. I never get this card. Okay, pile number one / pile 333. So I feel like what's going on with you, why you keep seeing these numbers, is because one, you are definitely going through some type of spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, or something like that. And it's causing you to maybe release old situations, old people, old things, maybe even old foods, old environments, just the old, okay? Or even ascend or transcend the bullshit, okay? Especially because we have the It's All Good card. Okay, so the fact that it says it's all good, the number three is usually associated with, being social, communication, creativity, and also having a more joyful disposition. Okay, so I feel like with these two cards popping up, and then you have 333. It's just making me think that Spirit wants you to find joy. Spirit wants you to be happy. And I think you could have been going through a lot where maybe you haven't been feeling happy. Maybe you've been experiencing a lot of hardships, a lot of setbacks, a lot of delays, a lot of just BS. You've just probably been experiencing a lot of BS, and it's probably been making you really sad. I want my amethyst to face this way. Maybe some of you guys need some amethyst. because amethyst is associated with releasing negative thoughts, and also to be more social. Well, that's also citrine as well, but also like if you've been experiencing psychic attack, okay, because maybe that's another thing that's kind of been like messing with you, because maybe you've been under psychic attack. Maybe people have been targeting you, whether it's like spiritually, like trying to throw negative energy your way, or even people's negative words, negative opinions, negative actions towards you. Maybe you could have been experiencing that, but spirit is wanting you to transcend the bullshit. You're about to be transcending the bullshit, and also I feel like spirit is wanting you to be a lot more happier. A lot more happier. What? Wants you to be happier, okay? And not to get bogged down by these things. And of course, it's hard, you know? Like, I am a very emotional person. I'm an emotional person, so I know how it can be when you're going through things. It's hard to find happiness. It's hard to feel at peace. It's hard. But I feel like spirit is wanting you to know that everything is all good and everything is working out in your favor, and I'm also sensing like a full circle moment, or like a complete turnaround or something, like where something does a complete 180, where, you know, maybe shit was just really crazy, not working out, difficult and stuff, and then life ends up doing like a complete 180. And then you're just like, wow, suddenly these problems aren't here. Suddenly I'm okay. Suddenly, like, everything's working out. You know what I mean? But I feel like spirit wants you to hold on to your faith. Spirit wants you to hold on to your faith and remember that, first of all, you're well loved, and also remember that these difficult times won't last for long. And I feel like you're in the home stretch. You know, when like, you know, something like you can just feel when something's almost over, or not you can feel when something's almost over, but it's like I feel like what's going on with you is almost over, or like in the next couple days, the next couple weeks, like you're gonna see tremendous improvement where you're just like, wow, especially with this ascension card. Like I feel like things are gonna do a turnaround where you're just like, wow. Okay, but let's see what else is here. I want to do these two cards because I'm gonna have to read out of the book. I love this deck so much. This is the Intuition Oracle. I used it in my previous reading. I just love it so much. Okay, so this one says the word. Oh my God, what did I say? You were probably worrying or going through a difficult time where you're just like, yo, is this shit ever gonna be over? Like, is it gonna be over? And I feel like you've just been so worried. You've been so worried. You've been anxious. And we literally have number 18. Oh my God. Okay, so it says the Worrier. Affirmation: I can handle whatever life brings to me. And you know what's so crazy? This is 18. And what do we have here? Is it gonna focus? 18. It's all good. The fact that it's all good card, and then we have the Worrier card. Yo, I love when spirit does this. Okay, so let's read from the book. Okay. All right. So, worry is the result of feeling that things are not working out the way they should be. Bruh. Okay. Our attachment to things having to work out a certain way along with our expectations cause us to be critical as a way of getting things to be how we expect them to be. Analyzing a situation is an important step in making things better. However, anxiety holds us rigidly in place, preventing us from growing, particularly when we yearn to know the perfect plan or the outcome of plans and actions before they have reached fruition. The unknown is always with us and must be embraced if we would live a full life. It is, at its core, worry is a natural desire to protect you from pain by anticipating problems. However, you are also being practical and logical when you let your successes transform your life, not your failures. real or imagined. Power can be gained by focusing on what has already been accomplished. Okay. So yeah, this is going along with literally what I was talking about as far as like, you know, things have probably been going left for a while. Things have been kind of scary maybe a little bit for a while, and you've been like super worried. Let me put this over here. But you've been super worried, and spirit is wanting you to focus more on the outcome that you want rather than what you don't want, but not in a way where it's like where you're sitting there and you're analyzing it and you're like, oh, this one thing seems off, so that means it's bad, everything's gonna be bad, it's terrible, it's gonna fail, it's gonna, you know what I mean? No. Okay. And I'm talking to myself too, because this is hitting. Okay. So it's time for you to realize or remember there's reasons to be grateful, and then that's going to draw in more things to be grateful for, and then also to focus more on abundance than lack. Okay, which of course it can be hard, but the more you focus on abundance rather than lack, and the good rather than bad, you're going to draw in more of what you want. And I'm not saying to ignore your problems. I'm totally not saying to ignore your problems, but it seems like there's like a hyper fixation on what's going wrong, what is not working out, the lack, the scarcity. Like there's too much of a focus on that, and spirit wants you to focus more on abundance and good things rather than the worst, like the worst case scenario. Because I'm also feeling like a lot of you guys are thinking a lot about the worst case scenario and what you don't want, and it's just really conjuring up a lot of fear and anxiety for a lot of you guys. All right, so we also have the homebody. Oh, this is such a message. This is such a message for me right now. But anyway, the homebody affirmation: I enjoy the secure base I have made for myself and my loved ones. Okay, so before I even look at what the book says, this is making me think that you need to get grounded. Okay, especially because it says secure base. I feel like you need to get grounded, because I feel like you've been super stressed. You've been super like in your head, worrying, anxious, and stuff like that. And it's starting to possibly affect your body. It's probably starting to affect your body, and spirit is wanting you to get back into your body and take really, really good care of your body. Okay? So let's see what the homebody says. Where is it? Sorry. Oh, is this it? Okay, here we go. Making your base secure is the best way to prepare for the challenges life throws at us. This means living within your means, saving for a rainy day, stocking up on food, water, medicines, and other essential items so that you can endure supply line disruptions, maintaining your home and maintaining your body. Eating nutritious, healthy foods and drinking pure water are not elitist luxuries or fads. They are as essential as putting the right kind of fuel and oil into a vehicle you depend on. Being a homebody does not mean you have that you have what? I've never seen this word before. It's like agoraphobia, or are otherwise frightened of leaving home. Making your base secure means to make your home the place where you love to be, even for extended periods of time. If your home needs improving to make it a safe, secure, and comfortable place, then you may want to forego traveling or other expensive pastimes until you know beyond doubt that there's no place like home. Okay. So yeah, this is also making me think of travel. Even though this is talking about the homebody, I feel like some of you guys need a vacation. Need a vacation. Even if you don't go anywhere, there may be a need to stay home and really do like a spa day or something like that, and to really get your body back in order. Okay? And I also feel like a lot of you guys have been working yourself to death or something. So yeah, let's move on. So we also have Oh my God. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Like, what did I say? What did I freaking say? And the fact that it's a full moon in Capricorn, and the full moon in Capricorn always happens during Cancer season, and Cancer is associated with the home. Okay, so I'm wondering if some of you guys are Cancers, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or in a prominent place in your chart besides your big three. Maybe some of you guys are Capricorns. Did I say that already? Yeah. Okay. Or Geminis. Or I'm also sensing Virgo. Okay, so yes, the end of a tough cycle approaches, and Spirit is wanting you to know that it's like a full circle. Oh yes, because I said that with it's all good, and we have a full moon card, and full moons are also like full circle moments as well. So I definitely feel like things are about to do like a complete 180. Okay, and I literally said like I feel like like something is about to improve very, very soon. Okay, so we also have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. And I literally just said I was sensing Virgo. I don't look at these cards, okay? I know I say that all the time, but if you're new, I want you to know I don't look at these cards before I do the reading because I like the element of surprise. Okay, we also have the energy. Oh my goodness, this is about to make me cry. Okay, look, we got the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Okay, so it definitely lets me know that things are changing. And 333 is all about growth. It's literally all about growth. And the fact that this is the energy is gaining momentum definitely lets me know that things are about to do a 180 very, very, very soon. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you see this, that's when you're going to experience that 180. Okay. But yes, things are about to change very, very soon. Okay. And then we have 9 of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. So if you've been worried about your finances, yeah, that's about to change. That is definitely about to change. King of Pentacles. Oh, come on. Y'all, if you've been worried about your finances, I want you to know that things are about to change. Okay, it's about to change. And the fact that you have the new moon in Virgo is making me think, it's also making me think of like a passion project, because 333 is associated with creativity as well. Oh yeah, I said that earlier, but it's associated with that. And if there's like a passion project that you've been giving your all to, and you've been feeling like, oh, no one cares, no one is buying, no one is, accepting my application, I don't know, or accepting my work or something, trust and believe in the very near future, that is about to change, okay? That is definitely about to change. So last 2 cards, we got 3 of Pentacles. And look, so I definitely feel like some of you guys are creators, because look, she's literally drawing something. Okay, she's literally drawing something. So I definitely feel like some of you guys have been working on a passion project or something, and Spirit is letting you know that it's about to pay off very, very soon, and that there's going to be people either looking at your work, looking at your resume, looking at your skills or something like that, and they're going to be like, this person is the right person. So they're gonna reach out. I definitely see people reaching out, because 333 is communication. Okay, so I definitely see people reaching out. If you've been applying for a job, if you've been putting your work out there, or sharing your gifts in some shape or form where it's like the public knows, they know what you're doing, your gifts and stuff like that. I see someone reaching out and being like, hey, I want to work with you, or just even clients in general, and being like, hey, like, I love your stuff, or hey, I want to hire you. Okay, so last, we got 7 of Cups reversed. Okay, so with 7 of Cups reversed, this is definitely letting me know that a lot of you guys have been staying true to yourself. You've been staying true to yourself and following your own intuition, but you just been kind of like, I trusted my intuition. I trusted you, Spirit, and where's my rewards? When are things going to pay off? When is this difficult cycle going to be over? And Spirit is letting you know that the energy is definitely gaining momentum, and you're going to see improvements to the point of like a 180, like where things improve so much. It's like a complete turnaround that you're just going to be like, wow, wow, Spirit, wow, God, wow, ancestors, wow, angels. And you're just going to be so thankful. So just continue to focus on what you can be thankful for, and trust that gratitude has a positive effect on your life, and it will help that good to grow. Okay, so that was your reading, pile number 1. If it resonated with you, please leave a comment below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you're updated every single time I drop something new. Also, make sure if you feel called to tip your girl, the virtual tip jar is in my description and in my comment section. Also, if you are interested in purchasing spiritual art, if you're a fashionista, artsy baddie witch, okay, definitely check out House Mystik and check out all of my art, my clothing painted by me, and all of my other cool products that I have on housemystik.com. Also, last but not least, the Mystik Collective. If you're interested in joining, a community where you are surrounded by like-minded people like yourself, and you want to learn how to master your spiritual gifts and get exclusive content from me, definitely join the Mystik Collective app, okay? Link is in the description. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello. Those of you that chose pile number 2 with the 777 card, okay? So let's get into your reading about why you keep seeing 777, or the certain synchronicities and stuff that you keep seeing, okay? So, first of all, let me just say 777, or 7 in general, is associated with spiritual awakenings, your intuition, also like study and education. That's also kind of like 3 and 9 as well, but it also has to do with like education as well, or like more so like research, doing a lot of research and investigation and things like that, and also combining logic with intuition. And let's see what else. Oh, good fortune. It also is associated with good fortune as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your reading and see why you keep seeing these certain synchronicities. Okay, so the first 2 cards we have here. Divine timing. Oh wait, can y'all see that? Okay, divine timing. That is funny, especially because I just talked about how it's like, a spiritual number, it's usually associated with spiritual awakenings or spirituality and spiritual growth and stuff like that. And we have divine timing. Okay, so then we also have forgiveness. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the reason why you could be seeing 777 or any of the other synchronicities you keep seeing, it could be because there's a need for forgiveness, forgiving the past, forgiving yourself, forgiving people that have hurt you. And I feel like the time is now, because maybe you've been holding on to certain things for a long time. Maybe it's still hidden within your subconscious. Maybe you realize like certain triggers you have that stem from certain traumatic experiences that you've had, or things like that still kind of like eat away at you, and you're just holding on to it. And for some reason, another thing I keep wanting to say as far as synchronicities go, I'm wondering if some of you guys keep seeing like an eye, maybe seeing an eye or seeing certain birds or something that kind of like keep visiting you. I keep seeing like a cardinal Keep seeing like a cardinal, a hawk, a hummingbird, a dove, or like a pigeon, like those morning pigeons, or like the white ones, which are doves. um yeah, that's what I keep seeing. That's what I keep seeing. And then also another thing I keep hearing is something with your sun and moon. That makes me curious to see what other cards are in here, because I do have some astrology cards in here, but something is making me think of like your sun and moon, and it's making me wonder if like your sun and moon, maybe they oppose each other or they square each other for some of you guys. Or it could even be, it's also making me think of mom and dad. It's making me think of mom and dad, and maybe there's a need to forgive your mom and dad, or maybe one of your parents, because maybe one wasn't there, maybe they were both critical of you, maybe one was super critical of you, something along those lines. But I feel like there's a need to forgive your parents. There's a need to forgive mom or dad, or even if you're not, you don't have anything towards them, not anything towards them, but anything against your parents. Maybe it's something within yourself that needs to come together, like the masculine and feminine need to come together, because maybe you've been too much in the masculine, or maybe too much in the feminine. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been too much in the masculine, and it could stem from something having to do with your childhood that makes you feel like you have to overwork or overcompensate or overdo, and feel like you can never have a moment to just rest and kind of fall back. Because maybe some of you guys have experienced certain situations where you felt like you couldn't depend on anyone. Oh, and that's making me think of parents, what I said. Or maybe you even have like a situation where, like, if you have a baby daddy or a baby mama, when I say it like that, I don't mean it in any disrespect, but maybe you have that in your life where it's like a parent is absent in your child's life. For those of you that have children, maybe there's an absent parent, and it could be triggering your abandonment issues or something along those lines. But I feel like there's a need to forgive the parents. Yeah, I keep feeling like there's a need to forgive the parents, or a parent, or your child's parents, or something along those lines with parents, okay? Something along those lines with parents, or home, like your upbringing or something. And then I'm also feeling like, okay, one last thing before I move on to the rest of these cards. Another thing that I'm sensing is like your ancestors. There's like something that your ancestors went through. There's like something that your ancestors went through that kind of like got passed down to you. Maybe like struggle, trauma, or something, maybe where their kids didn't have a father or mom figure in their life, or something like that, and it's kind of like trickling down in your family or in your life or something like that. But yeah, okay, let's just move on. So let's see these next two cards. We have the Patient. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. Okay. Wow. So yeah, I definitely feel like forgiveness is a big thing for you guys. A big thing. And that's funny because we have 23 forgiveness, and then this is 24 the Patient. Okay? So I definitely feel like, yeah, there's people in your life that you're either having to forgive. There's people in your life you're either having to forgive or to be patient with, because either whatever is going on with them, or just realizing like being mad with them and holding this grudge towards them, like whether it's your parents or something like that, you're realizing, yeah, that's just not gonna help me. This is not gonna help me. So yeah. So let's go ahead and read what's in the book about this. Okay. Okay. It is very important for you to be both realistic and patient during the sustained effort needed to bring your goal into reality. Big things move slowly, and sometimes you just must be able to wait. Heed this lesson well, for when you are waiting, time seems to pass very slowly. There is goodness. Oh, wow. And that's making the divine timing make sense. Okay. Where was I at? Okay. Okay, there is goodness in things as they are. If you appreciate what is good about the status quo, you will find it easier to endure doing without the goal you seek until you finally so achieve it. It will also enable you to stay alert to opportunities you might otherwise miss. Patience is one of the most important yet difficult qualities to manifest properly. Endurance is a spiritual practice, and when practiced consciously as the learning and character building lesson, it gives us time for valuable and much needed self reflection. I am patient because I know the alternative is even more comfortable or uncomfortable. To deny this truth is to invite things to change in an even more unpleasant way. Okay, well, damn. Okay, so let's move on to the other card. We have the experimenter. Wow, and this is 23. And wow, 23 again. This happened in the last pile. Okay, so affirmation: I am strong and secure enough to experiment as I see fit. Okay, and that makes me think of what I said with 777 because it's associated with investigation and stuff. And people often say it's a scientific number. And the fact that we have the experimenter here, it's like that goes perfectly. So let's see, 23. Okay. To make the most of the energies operating in your life now, you have to ensure that you are willing to come up with new and different ways of doing things. Now is a time for exposing yourself. And it's funny that I said now is the time earlier. So, yeah, now is the time for exposing yourself and others to unusual viewpoints and theories and maybe even unusual experiences too. Think, say, and do what you want without fear of embarrassment, contradiction, or rocking the boat. Avoid censoring yourself or others, and be especially careful of those who like to censor you. For now is a time when you simply must stir things up a bit. Most of our lives are spent trying to build things up and to make them last. However, there is a time when the old ways of doing things become counterproductive. Sometimes instability can lead to inventiveness. Prepare for a time of extremes and expect the unexpected. Be aware that what seems like an accident, mistake, or failure may be short-lived, may be a short-lived opportunity for achieving the love you want by an unusual route. Okay. So yeah, so another thing I'm sensing for you guys is like maybe there was something that didn't work out, and this is making me think of what I said in pile one, and something similar happened in pile one too. So maybe if you feel drawn to it, definitely check it out. But yeah, maybe there is something that didn't work out, and it kind of left you feeling sad, feeling like, oh, this is not meant for me. Will things ever get better for me? And I feel like with divine timing coming up and the patience coming up, I feel like you've been enduring a lot. Okay, you've been enduring a lot. You've been going through a lot. You've experienced a lot, and it was first to make you like. Because a lot of the times these things happen, these crazy situations happen, or failures happen, or setbacks happen to make us take a different route, okay? To make us try things differently, to make us do things differently, to switch our careers, switch our diets, switch our partners, switch our, like, these things happen to make us switch things up. And I feel like something could have happened to make you switch things up, but then it also is making me think of something with what I said as far as your parents. Maybe your parents, there's a need to forgive your parents, and maybe you felt like ostracized by your parents or your family or something like that. And I feel like the reason why maybe these things happen with your parents, or you weren't necessarily close to your family, or maybe not close to a certain family member, like, you know, a mom or a dad or something like that. It's because it was to make you your own person. That's what I'm hearing for some of you guys. Like, it was to make you your own person and to make you become this experimenter, become this this person that's like into spirituality or into these certain, what people would consider taboo subjects. It made you look into that. Or even if there's something like going on with your health or going on with your child's health or your partner's health or someone in your family's health, it was to make you look for an alternative route. Especially if you've gone to like a doctor or, and you tried to say like, hey, this is going on with me. And they kind of just gave you something to suppress the symptoms and not get to the root of things. It's time for you to get to the root of things and experiment with new medicines, new medicines, new types of foods, new things. Like, there's something that happened that shook up your world and it made you have to try things differently. Or it could be that you're that person in your family that is meant to shake shit up, okay? Shake shit up and create a new way of being that what hasn't been done within your family or something like that. Okay, so let's move on. Everything is fine, reversed. So this is basically 10 of Swords, but reversed. And then we have 10 of Wands. Okay, so 2 10s. So yeah, this is definitely making me think that you're meant to end like family karma or family, something with your family, okay? Like, that's what I'm hearing for you guys, like family something. Like, you're ending traditions within your family or your bloodline or something like that. Like, you're ending that. And maybe you're someone also in the family that's, a lot of the stuff that happened within your bloodline, a lot of the karma, it like got passed down to you or something along those lines, and you're the one that's meant to like release that, either that karma or that pattern or something. Okay, and then we have Knight of Wands. And then the Emperor. Yeah, see? And the Emperor is someone that learns from difficult circumstances. They learn through going to war so many times and falling and bumping their head so many times and just going through these crazy experiences. They learn through these crazy experiences, and that's what helps them to, or that's where their power lies, because they've gone through so many things and they've learned from it, and now they have that under their belt and they know what not to do. Okay? They know what not to do. And it's funny because I saw 1616, and I remember I saw that number in a reading, and it was talking about that, having that warrior spirit and like going after what you believe in with a passion or something like that. So yeah, I definitely feel like you are a spiritual leader. Definitely feel like a lot of you guys in here are spiritual leaders, and you're meant to create new traditions within your bloodline. But I also feel like you're releasing a lot of family karma or something like that. Yeah, you're releasing a lot of family karma. Okay, and then let's see what else we have here. Expect powerful change. Yep. You are definitely the one that's meant to bring powerful change to your bloodline. Okay? And then we have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Oh, and this one is a new moon eclipse. And if you're watching this when I post it live, there is a new moon eclipse in Scorpio coming up. Okay? So, yeah, I feel like if you're watching this when I drop it, that new moon eclipse is going to have a powerful effect on you. Or whenever you're watching this, whenever that new moon is coming up, it will definitely be affecting you. Excuse me. And I'm also wondering if some of you guys are Cancers, because if you have Cancer in your chart, all the moons affect you. Okay? But the fact that we have the Cancer card, it just makes so much sense, because, we were talking about ancestors and family, and I feel like you are I keep seeing you breaking chains having to do with your family, okay? And being the one to kind of like lead your family or to change family traditions or something along those lines. And even though like you may have been criticized or something by people in your family for your beliefs and stuff like that, I definitely see them coming around. Either if they'll come to you and be like, oh yeah, you into that spiritual stuff and manifestation, oh you was right, or they end up looking into it themselves, and maybe they don't just say like, oh you was right, but you definitely inspire them to make those powerful changes. Okay, you're someone that helps people make powerful changes, whether it's within your family, whether you do it on a massive scale, like you do readings for people, or you do things to uplift the consciousness or the consciousness of the collective or something like that. But it's like, yeah, you create powerful change within people, and I feel like spirit wants you to know that, especially because I feel like a lot of you guys are healers, and spirit wants you to realize that you are a healer, and the work you do works, okay? It works, okay? Whether it's for yourself or for other people, I feel like spirit wants you to use your healing power more. Whether it's for yourself or for other people, or this is a time to tap deeper into spirituality or something like that. Okay, I feel like a lot of people might pick pile number 2 because that reading was a little all over the place. But hey, if it resonated with you, please leave a comment below, or leave me an eye emoji, like the evil eye emoji. Leave me that below, okay? If you made it to the end of this reading, because I know it was long as hell. Okay, so yes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're updated every single time I drop something new. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you check out mystik.com if you're an artsy, baddie, fashionista, home decor loving witch, okay? I sell all types of stuff, down to like fashion, art, decor. All of that is on mystik.com. Definitely check it out. If you're interested in getting exclusive content from me and becoming a part of a community of like-minded mystics like yourself, definitely join the Mystik Collective app. That link is in my description as well, okay? I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello. Those of you that chose pile number 3 with the 111 card. Okay, so 111, it has to do with 1, creating your own reality, but 2, it's like spirit takes a snapshot of what you were thinking at the time, and it's like an energetic gateway is opening up to help you with manifesting that thought that you were thinking at the time. And that's why they say, you probably heard like, oh, make a wish at 11:11, and this is why. Okay, I don't get why people be like, oh, those angel numbers and da 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 da, but it's like, bro, you literally that's literally a thing that people say like, oh, make a wish at 11:11, because it's literally because spirit is like opening an energetic gateway to help you with manifesting this thought, this idea of yours. Okay, and then it also has to do with like be careful of like what you wish for. Be careful of where you put your attention, and focus on more of the positives rather than the negatives. Okay, so yes, let's go ahead and get into these cards and see why you keep seeing certain synchronicities, especially 111. Okay, so we have sexual energy. Interesting. And that's number 25. And then we have creativity. Wow, 39. Because literally, I was just about to say, I wonder if this is going to have to do with like creativity. and we literally got the creativity card, especially because it's 111, which equals 3, which is you know, the number of creativity. So yeah, maybe some of you guys were drawn to pile number 1 as well. So maybe you need to check that out and see. But a lot of these pile, like all these piles, seem very connected. But this one definitely seems connected to pile number 1. Okay, so the fact that you got sexual energy and creativity definitely lets me know that this 111 is a message from spirit that you are creating your reality. Like I said, you are creating your reality, and spirit wants you to be mindful of that when you're having these certain thoughts, or you're speaking a certain way, or your inner voice is like saying certain things to you. Like spirit wants you to realize that you are a divine being that creates their own reality through using their mind, their beliefs, and inner voice, and your outer voice. Shit, your outer voice. So yes, spirit wants you to be very, very mindful of that. And then also, I feel like another thing is spirit is wanting you to tap into your creative abilities. Okay, I think some of you guys may have a knack for, you know, the arts, maybe the arts, fashion, beauty, or something like that, or maybe even like you're a content creator or something. Oh wow, and I looked, it was at my timer and it was 333. So yeah, maybe you need to check out pile number 1. So yeah, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But yes, spirit is wanting you to tap into your creativity. If you've been feeling called to create something, or like if you want to paint something, if you want to make content, like spirit is saying to follow that creative urge. Follow that creative urge, because you are getting this urge for a reason. And also, I feel like, you know, when you I don't know if this is the same for everyone, because I know I'm a creator, I'm a content creator and an artist. Okay, so I don't know if this is the same thing for everyone, but you know how sometimes creators, hear me out. Okay, so you know how you sometimes like get the urge, or you get an idea to do something, spirit is saying to do it right then. Okay, or if you can't do it right then, at least write it down. But it's like I'm sensing a lot of you guys getting like a surge of inspiration, or a surge of energy, so that you can accomplish these certain creative projects or something like that. And I don't know why I keep hearing spirit saying like to use that inspiration wisely, or that surge of energy wisely, because I feel like the spirit keeps kind of like nudging you to do like a certain type of creative project, and maybe you've been like a little resistant, or maybe you haven't been finishing your project, something like that. But I definitely feel like spirit is calling you towards some type of creative project, okay? Some type of creative project. But then I also feel like for some of you guys, if you're not necessarily a creator, I feel like spirit is calling you to look deeper into spiritual subjects, into certain spiritual subjects that can help you understand the concept of manifestation and creating your own reality. A channel I watch a lot on YouTube is Abraham Hicks, and then also, what is his name again? Neville Goddard. And they have a lot of great information about creating your reality. And like basically a lot of stuff that I'm saying, it's coming from that. Okay, that's how I've learned about these things. So maybe you're being called to learn more about those things on a deeper level, and you know, apply it to your life to help you with creating your reality, especially if you're not necessarily satisfied. Because with this sexual energy card, I feel like you are wanting like to have that lust for life again, like that lust for life again. And this is really making me think of pile number 1. But yeah, you're wanting to create that lust for life, or have that lust for life again, especially if things have been feeling like a drag. Okay, so let's move on to these next two cards. We have the truthful. Look, and it's 33. Wait, can y'all see that? The light. Okay, yeah, 33. Yeah, see, y'all need to check out pile number pile number one slash pile 333. Okay, so yes, it says I speak. Oh my goodness, it says I speak my truth and expect everyone I care about to do so too. And the fact that it says I speak my truth, and I was literally talking about, like, you speaking things into reality. Okay, well, I don't know if I said that exactly, but it just makes me think of, speaking things into reality. Okay, and then we have, this has happened in every pile, and this is how I know spirit be in these readings, and this is how I know I'm supposed to be doing these readings, because, like, bro, like, we literally have 25 here on sexual energy, and then we have 25 here. Okay, and it says the confident. I honor all I have done to make me who I am today. Wow. Okay? Wow. And that's another thing that the one has to do with. It has to do with confidence, and believing in yourself. Okay? Ooh, I shook the table. Okay, so let's look at the confident first, since I'm closer to that. Okay, so the confident. A person with good self-esteem is like a positively charged magnet whose force field draws to them the right people and events at just the right time. The people you bring into your life are a reflection of how you feel about yourself. If you have self-esteem, you will not tolerate anyone who treats you poorly. If you have grave doubts about yourself, you will not respect anyone who tells you your good qualities. You will attract those who focus on your weak points because you will think them smart enough to see through your facade, brave enough to confront you, and caring enough to tell you about your foibles? I've never seen this word before. Foibles. Okay. Unscrupulous people often use this tactic consciously to manipulate others. We can all feel good about ourselves, for we are all divine origin. If we are not proud of ourselves, we are not proud of the divine forces that made us, the world we live in, and love itself. Okay. Oh wait, we gotta read the truthful. Okay. So the truthful says, okay, it is very important for you to establish a reputation for being someone others can rely on. You must do everything you can to make sure. Hold on, because I just had to touch the computer so it doesn't go black. Okay, you must do everything you can to make sure that what is said about you by those who matter to you is favorable to your reputation. The best way to ensure your reputation is to make sure your actions are in keeping with your highest ideals. You cannot do more than that. Act as if you are being watched by your guardian angels. You must avoid doing anything you would not want them to see. Reputation can also refer to status, social graces, manner of dress, and financial resources. You must examine how much power, status, wealth, and reputation figures into your question. If you are having trouble with a person because of your reputations, use your intuition to help make very clear to you what is true and what is false. You can count on the fact that what you have done, good and bad, is going to come back to you in regard to the question you have asked. Okay, so that was a little weird. Okay, so I feel like this is just going along with creating your reality. Okay, this is making me think of, I don't know why it's making me think of, like, when they say, oh, and this makes sense now. Okay, so when they say, like, oh, if you want to, be in a certain career or something, act the part. Okay, act the part. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to say is you need to act the part. And then we have the confident card. So I feel like if there's something that you want in your life, it's time to start acting the part. Like, let's say if you want to be a content creator, like I said, it's time for you to start creating content. It's time for you to start posting that content. If you want to be an artist, it's time for you to start making your art and posting it, or being a part of shows, or like, like it's time to start. Because I'm feeling like some of you guys have imposter syndrome or something. Like you have imposter syndrome, and Spirit is like, no. Okay? Because you're definitely not an imposter. I definitely feel like you're not an imposter. And I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to act the part. Okay? It's trying to get you to act the part and actually do what you said you was going to do. Or even start just taking steps. Even if you don't start these things yet. Like, it's time to start looking at shows if you want to be an artist. Like, start looking at shows, or start connecting with people in the art community, or start, like, stuff like that. It's time to start, like, putting that seed in the ground, okay? Putting that seed in the ground and being like, okay, yeah, I know I want to be a model or something like that. And so maybe it's time to start working out, or start working on your runway walk, or start like getting super into fashion or something like that. But I just keep hearing Spirit say, act the part, act the part, act the part, act the part. Okay? So yeah, let's see what else you have here. Oh, y'all the only one with three Moonology cards, but we gonna save that. Or no, I want to do the Moonology cards. Balance spirituality and practicality. Okay? Show the world the real you. Okay? Wow. Oh, and that's the first one was full moon in Pisces, and the other one is full moon in Aquarius. So maybe some of you guys are Pisces or Aquariuses, but both of these signs are definitely super creative. So I definitely feel like some of you guys are very creative on here. Okay, so then we also have emotions are running high, super moon. Okay, and all of these are full moon cards. So it's definitely making me think of manifestation. I definitely feel like manifestation or something is happening for you guys, or you're in the process of manifesting something. Oh yes, 111. Okay, so you're in the process of manifesting something, or your spirit is saying like, okay, when you see this 111, know that you're in the process of manifesting. So keep your thoughts aligned with the outcome that you want. Okay, and then the fact that we have to show the world the real you is making me think of what they said about reputation with the truthful card. And I was just like, because it's not even necessarily about what people think about you. And when I think of Pisces and Aquarius, they don't give not one fuck what anyone thinks of them. They do not care, okay? They do not care. And I feel like Spirit wants you to tap into that energy of not caring what other people say about you, and to just be your real self, okay? Be your real self. But I'm also sensing the act the part. You know what I mean? But when I say act the part, I don't mean that you're a fraud, because I don't think any of you guys are imposters or frauds or anything. But it's like there's this part of you that wants to do these certain things, but you feel like, oh, who am I to do this? Who am I to do this? You're you, okay? You're you, and that's why you should do it. You're you, and that's why you should do it. Because, yes, act the part. Like, I keep saying act the part, but it's like, it's still you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with you being an artist. Like, some of you guys that want to be artists, but you're like, who am I to do art and blah, blah, blah. And I was saying, like, act the part. But it's like, even though you're acting the part, it's literally still you, okay? Because you are an artist, okay? You are a painter. You are a content creator. You are whatever it is that you want to be. There's a side of you that is that thing. It's just that maybe you're having to, like, step into it, okay? You're having to step into it. So I feel like definitely step into this thing that you want to be, because I feel like a lot of you guys are stepping into something new, especially because we have these full moon cards here. So I feel like there's a lot of you guys stepping into something that's kind of different for you a little bit, and you feel like an imposter, but it's like you're not an imposter because that's you. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's like that's you. Even if you feel like you're an imposter, you're really not. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to these last few cards. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, love to see it. 10 of Swords. Okay, doesn't want to focus. And then we have 7 of Swords. Yeah, so with 7 of Swords showing up here, this definitely lets me know imposter syndrome. A lot of you guys are feeling like an imposter, okay? Feeling like, who am I to do this? Or like, why should I even do this? What are people going to think of me? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, who cares, okay? Who cares what these people think about you? Because all that matters is you being true to yourself. You being true to yourself, and then I feel like people are going to appreciate that about you. Because, you know, one of my favorite readers on here, Chloe Taylor, one of the things she always talks about is like how when you try to make people see you a certain way, it's manipulative. It's manipulative, and it's more so, it's better for you to just be yourself, okay? It's better for you to be yourself. And instead of like trying to fit into a mold of like what people are expecting of you, or you feel like society wants from you, it's time for you to do you, boo-boo. It's time for you to do you and do whatever that thing is that you keep feeling called to do, because it is you. Even if it's like your first time doing this or a first time trying this, it still is you. It still is you. It's just that you haven't all the way tapped into it yet, and now's the time to start tapping into this new thing, whatever it is. Like, whatever it is, this new career, this new lifestyle, this new career or lifestyle. I'm feeling for like a lot of you guys, it's like a new career or something. Well, yeah, like a new lifestyle, new career. Maybe you're like trying to get like a new job, and you're just like, am I qualified? Can I really do this? And yes, okay. Yes, if something wasn't meant to be, it would not be, okay? That's one thing about the universe. Like, if something is not meant to be, it will not be, okay? So that was the reading for you guys, pile number 3. If it resonated with you, please leave a comment. And if you are here this long, make sure you leave me a moon emoji, okay? Leave me a moon emoji to let me know that you got all the way to the end. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Also, if you feel called to tip your girl, the tip jar is in my description and in my comment section. Also, if you're a fashionista, artsy, witchy, baddie, okay, definitely check out housemystik.com, where I sell spiritual art, apparel, all bags, all painted by me, and all types of fun spiritual things, okay? Definitely check out House Mystik. The link is in my description. And also the Mystik Collective, okay, if you're interested in getting exclusive content from me, monthly teroscopes and in-depth looks at different astrological transits, definitely become a part of the Mystik Collective. And also it's a place where you can connect with other like-minded spiritual people, okay? Because it literally is a community app. It kind of reminds me of like Instagram, but not, okay? So definitely check out the Mystik Collective, all right? I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.